Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel called A Knitter's Soul. My name is Elo, and I am coming to you from Oslo, Norway. As the name suggests, this podcast is primarily about knitting, as that is the craft that is closest to my heart. If that is something you enjoy, please do stay and spend some time with me. So yeah, I want to start off with saying a huge thank you to every single one of you who has clicked subscribe, like, or that has commented. There's been so much outpour of love in the comments, and I am so grateful to every single one of you for every single comment. It makes this whole experience of podcasting so much more fun because I feel I get to interact with you a little bit more, and it's not just me talking to my phone and, hoping that maybe I manage to touch one at least with my inspiration blabber. So yeah, thank you. Every single one of you is so appreciated. It means a lot. So thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Just a little bit housekeeping. I will link below all my social media information and also links or information to where you can find the patterns that I mentioned, or maybe find the yarn shops that I mentioned. So yeah, I will link it all below. And if I do forget anything, do not hesitate to reach out to me either on Ravelry or Instagram. I must confess that these days I have been a little bit tired and I haven't been too active on either of them, but I will get to you eventually. So just be patient with me and I will get back to you. So yeah, let's get this party started. What I'm wearing is my ice castle sweater that I finished back in February 2021. It is a free pattern. I'll stand up. It is a free pattern by Garn Studio Drops Design. So this pattern is a pattern you can find in many languages. So if it is something you would like to make, I'm sure you would find it in your native language. I have knitted it out of Drops Puna, which is a 100% pulp alpaca yarn. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It has a lot of really lovely textural features, designs. Ooh, a little bit of pilling there. Yeah, about pilling. Actually, I've worn it quite a lot since I made it, and it hasn't pilled a lot. I mean, I can see a few now that I'm putting my sleeves up into the camera and into the bright light, but yeah, I mean, I really like it. It has the same pattern in the back, and I like the ribbing being the cables kind of thing. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. The original pattern, it had a higher color. I decided to omit that and go for a more simple color, because I do like to layer up, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have that high neck, because I can have a cowl or shawl or something to cover my neck if necessary. And in this way I find it actually to be more versatile. So I can use it also on a more like warmer days and not only on cold chilly days. So yeah. And yeah, and this yarn I actually haven't reacted to. Like, it doesn't itch, it doesn't, well, actually it does. Like, if I did, like, when I did that, it kind of did. But it's not as bad as the alpaca tweed by House of Yarn that I spoke about a couple of episodes back. But yeah, I always have something underneath it, so it doesn't really, yeah, bother me. It's really nice and warm. And I guess in a way it reminds me of the Ingrid sweater that is so popular these days by Petite Knit. And I think this is partially why I've chosen not to make the Ingrid sweater, because I find I have something almost similar already, so I don't really need to make another one just like that. Yeah, really happy with it. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Finished objects. I actually have quite a few today. Yeah, they're not huge in size, but they're a lot. When I spoke to you last time, I was talking about making this doll out of this book here. Julekos med Klompelompe. It is a Norwegian book by Hanne Andreassen Hjelmås and Torunn Steinsland. Have not checked if this has been published in any other languages than Norwegian, but I hope it is, because there's so many cute patterns in there. It's a lot of patterns for toddlers, babies, and children. And I think there are a few garments also in adult size, but there's a lot of pages that are for the doll that I made, some smaller angels, and also some reindeer bubbles, which are really cute. Yeah, actually you have them on the front page there, and I think they're just so adorable. I might make them. It would be cute to hang on a Christmas tree. So yeah, maybe. But yeah, I finished the doll since last time. And there she is. I have not named her. I'm gonna leave that to the receiver to name her when she is old enough to do so. But yeah, there she is. I'm not too crazy about her hair. I think I'm gonna remake it. It looks a little bit raggedy. I have actually removed some of the hair I put in, because she just looked wild with her hair. But I'm also actually thinking of redoing like the whole head, and instead of going with the DK weight yarn that I used, which is suggested, the weight that is suggested in the pattern, I think I'm gonna go for fingering. I do like this color better. I couldn't really find a brown in a fingering that I like 100%, but I think it's gonna be good, because I want it to be like a full head of hair without her looking like like it's all over. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'm making sense, but I just want her to be able to, oh my, I was gonna say fold the hair, not fold the hair. I want to be able to pleat the hair. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, anyway. I want her to be able to do different hairstyles. I'm not too happy with I mean, I wanted to add more, but then it would have been thicker, too thick, and yeah. I think I'm gonna do some changes to her hair. Gonna redo that probably. But anyway, I think she's adorable, super, super adorable. I will talk about the yarns all the way to the end because there's quite a few bits and bobs. The scarf that I made for her is just some leftovers that I have actually from a shawl that I made, which is quite a luxury because this one has cashmere in it. I made the pièce by Stephen Westford out of that, and for this scarf I held it double with a leftover kid silk. I think I used it up. I'm not sure about the brand. It was just an odd end I had left. Let me see. The yarn is, yeah, it has 10% cashmere in it and 65% virgin wool, superwash, and some polyamide. So yeah, it's a luxury scarf for the doll, and it is a color changing one. As you see, it's kind of lighter in this end and darker in that end. It's a really lovely yarn. It's by Hobby. Yeah, I can actually show it to you now since I'm talking about it so much. It's Dolce Cashmere by Hobby. It was quite a big ball. Let me see, I'm just gonna open it up. It is a 200-gram ball that you buy, and it has 770 meters on it. So even though the ball is a little bit on the expensive side, I think it's quite reasonable priced for the amount of meterage that you get. And yeah, and then there's this jacket that is knit out of Koos by Sandnes Garn. This is something I also had in my stash. And this one is 62% baby alpaca, 9% wool, and 29% nylon. And I had some buttons that I found in my button box. Let me see. I'll take it off. That's the thing about knitting small things, is that I feel like I've been knitting a lot, but I haven't got so much to show for. But actually I do when I think about it. It's just, it's small size. I think it's so cute. I mean, look at it. It's very simple. It's a top-down construction with no sewing pretty much. The only sewing you do is this double hem on the bottom of it. And I decided to do a one row of purling, so it would get this nice neat fold. I think it made it so much prettier. But that's me. Yeah, and then her pants, which I think are so cute, with that little ruffle. And again, I have used buttons from, yeah, I'm not gonna take it off. Buttons from my button box, a simple button there, and a flower button there with just some stitches to make it look like, yeah, flower details. Bad explanation. And the pants are made out of my leftovers from Koiwa Light, which is Sunday, color 2114. It's a quite pale yellow. And then like this is the part with the ruffles and the top bit of it, and this is the pants bit, and it is made out of Viking yarn, merino, and this is a DK yarn. and yeah, 100% merino wool. This yarn was so nice to work with, and I really like the way the finished result is. It's really nice and squishy, soft, just really lovely. I'm also made this hat for her. It's like you knit a one by one ribbing to this point, and then how was this again? I mean, you turn the work, so you start kind of working from inside out, but I just don't remember. I think it was like I did the ribbing, then turned it, and then I did the stockinette that is all the way at the bottom of it, and then no, I'm lying. You do the ribbing one by one for whatever length this is, and I did a couple rounds with stockinette, and then I turned and did the ribbing. I have not blocked it, and I don't think I'm gonna do it either. I just like it being this the way it is. And yeah, there's some decreases through the thing. And this is knit out of a leftover yarn I had, which I have inherited, so I do not really know what brand it is, but it is a color changing one as well, with like long changes. So it goes from this kind of a darker, well, not darker red, but red, into more like this pinkish color. And this one I have held together with drops alpaca silk, brushed alpaca silk, and this is color number 7, and it's, I mean, again, a luxury yarn, I guess, but it was just like what I had, and I wanted to add some thickness to this yarn so it would fit to the pattern. And then I just had, I think this is drops fabel, just plain white, to make the tassel out of. I think it turned out really cute. It looks really great on her. So, oh, covered her eyes and everything. And she herself is made out of, oh, straighten my nose, Gjesdal pure merino, and that is 100% superwash merino wool. And where is, oh yeah, sorry, this is her underwear actually, because I the skin color is this sort of like a sand color. That's almost accurate to what I'm seeing in real life. And this is color 127. Now, this is not the yarn that it was called for in the pattern, but I'm just trying to see, did I tell you the right number now? I'm actually kind of unsure because I have a band here that is not attached to anything. That's a little bit unlike me. Well, if you want to know the numbers, I do have them written down on my Ravelry page, my project page, so you can check it out there. But anyway, the yarn is Gjesdal garn pure merino. I'm just unsure about the color number. I chose those yarns because they were almost half the price from the yarn that was suggested in the pattern. And yeah, It was a bit hard on the hands because I was working on 2.5 millimeters, and this is a DK weight, so I could, yeah, it was a bit hard on my hands, but it's so worth it. I mean, she's so cute. Let me hold her a little bit better without strangling her. But yeah, I'm thinking about making more clothes for her in the future. Oh yeah, actually, I have some more plans with her. Like, this is for my niece who was born in September. I'm thinking at first that she can be just like a cuddle doll to have in the bed, and then over time I will make her a bigger wardrobe with more clothes. So I bought her a suitcase to have all the clothing. I think it was so cute. This is from it's a Nordic shop. I don't know if you have them outside of Nordic countries, but it is called Søstrene Grene. It's this brand there. And we have a lot of different suitcases like this in different sizes. Oh, sorry. They are really cute, I think, and really fun. I am also thinking about like taking a matchbox, for example, and covering up with some like either fabric or paper or something to make it look like a medical kit care, or like a first aid kit care, I guess it's called. First aid kit. Yeah. And in that I will put the yarns that her body's made out of, so that if she gets injured, she can be fixed by her mom. So yeah, that is my plan with the doll. Let me just clean everything over here. A lot of yarns for the doll. And yeah, I've been working out of my scrap yarn basket. Oh, what's that? That's been like a great way of storing all the yarns, to see them, what I have, and to work with them. So yeah, this is the doll. It's my first finished work, and her jacket there. Oh yeah, the pièce de résistance. Sorry about the crinkling now. I have also finished my twists and turns cowl, and I love it like so much. I think it's so beautiful. And yeah, I'll show it to you and I'll talk a little bit more about it. So this is it. Ooh. I mean, isn't it just so gorgeous? Last time I spoke to you, I had not finished this bit here for sure. A little bit unsure if I had anything else left there. Definitely not finished this bit there. And I realized when I was reading the pattern that actually he did have an early bind off option, which was this, and that's what I just ended up with doing. What I did different from the pattern is that I did not attach these I-cords to this I-cord, or how, I don't remember how it was written. I think it might have been a before or something. I didn't like how that flattened out the I-cord from these loops. Yeah, I went through different ideas and plans, and I ended up opting for just tassels, and I love it. I think it's so pretty when I put it on. It's just so nice, and I like the way it kind of flows. Let me see if I can show it to you. I like the fact. I mean, one of the reasons why I wanted ended like that is like I like the shape of this roundness, like with this one edge melting into the next edge and then melting into that edge. And that's also a reason why I have kind of merged these two bits there. I see a lot of people have a little bit of gap there. I didn't want that. I always kind of thought in my head that that's how it's supposed to be, because I just love how the I chords seem to flow from one to the other without any, yeah, I think you get what my point is in this case. But I really love it. I just really, really love it. And I think it's so pretty to wear it. I mostly actually have worn it just like this, like, and like wrap it around me without scrunching it up in my neck, because I just love how everything flows. Let me see. Is it? Ooh. And I love how those stripes just melt into the stripes on the back when you wear it like that. And also you get to see, I mean, sorry, I mean, this is Steven's design, so I'm really like bragging about him, but I'm like, look how gorgeous this is. You're having all these colors kind of going through from one to the other. So happy that I did those eye cords into those cables, because I think it just adds so much dimension to the whole shawl. I think it's so beautiful. I'll quickly show you on the back with the tassels. I think it's pretty. I think it's so pretty. But I must say, I have to be honest, I'm not sure if I would have made this shawl if I would have just seen the shawl. I might have been too hung up on the details there. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But I have thought to myself that I'm not actually sure that I actually would have knitted it if I just saw the pattern. But I love the end product. I'm so glad I made it. I'm so glad I didn't frog it and I went through with it, because I think it is so cool. I think it's just so beautiful. I mean, the details are just so beautiful, and I kind of like it that it's slightly graphic because of the colors I've chosen. They're not typical me colors, but I love them. I think they're so beautiful. And also, I was chatting with one beautiful viewer of mine, and I realized that this is my heavy metal shawl, because all the colors, all the yarns, the colorways are named like as some sort of metal. I mean, I have my copper, I have my silver, and I have my scrap iron. So it's my heavy metal shawl. And the funny thing is, when I was talking to my brother, and then I showed him the shawl, and I talked to him like, I want to see my heavy metal shawl, because he kind of likes a bit more heavy, or not metal necessarily, but like rock music, heavy rock and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, I would love that shawl. I would wear it, definitely. I'll love it. So I'm not sure if it's the colors or if it's the name of the colorways, or what if it, I mean, like, I don't know. I might have to make him maybe like not a shawl, but maybe a scarf in those colors, because I do have quite a lot of yarn still left. Because in the end, I did use slightly smaller needles on my shawl than it's called for in the pattern. I went down a quarter size, so I knitted mine on 325, just because I liked the fabric of it. I liked the way it turned out. I found that 3.5 was just too loose. I didn't like it. So I do like the denseness of the fabric. Oh, you can see I've been wearing it, slight wrinkling and stuff, but I mean, it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Yeah, I really love the way it turned out. So I used just under half of the skein of the copper. No, other way. Just a little bit over half the skein of the copper I used up 56 grams of my copper yarn from Garnbutik and Fortuna. It's so beautiful. I think I've actually, I mean, like, I've never been huge on this kind of colors, those earthy kind of autumny colors, but I do love this one. I don't know, it's so beautiful. You know, we'll learn as long as us will live. Sorry, I have all my yarns over there. I thought I had planned everything really nice, but I didn't, seems like it. And then the silver is also from Garnbutik and Fortuna. And the scrap iron is from Garnfena. It's such a beautiful yarn. It's so beautiful. And I think those three just work together so nicely. That actually, now that I'm showing and I'm thinking here, like, that would make a really nice sweater of sorts. Like, really wonderful. Ooh, might have some ideas. Okay, not gonna sit and ponder about it now. So that is my second finished object. I also have finished a pair of socks since last, because they're just fun and quick knit, and I probably would have casted on more, but I feel like I haven't had the time, or a lot of time has gone into making all the doll garments, and yeah, some other knitting as well. But anyway, just simple socks again, inspired in the striping by the pattern Mini Pettini by Ellen Renningshaug. I will link it below. And I do like my socks more like on the short side, because like when you're wearing those autumn boots and shoes and whatever, they're not necessarily so high, so I don't want like my socks to be sticking out like about 10 centimeters there. I just want, they can show, but I don't want them to be like showing a lot. So I have found that I really do like this length. I think that's like, yeah, that's like my go-to as of late. And I have done my, I always forget this Partridge eye heel, but it's kind of like yeah, you change it up every second row, so you get those kind of honeycomb kind of type of holes instead of just the stripes. And yeah, a few purl bumps, or like a little bit, not purl bumps, it's garter stitch, well yeah, purl bumps, garter stitch there, just a regular gusset. And yeah, and they are not 100% matching at all, because I have knitted one from the inside of the ball, one from the outside of the ball, because I think like when it's a yarn like this, it doesn't really matter. I think it's just pretty, it gives it a little bit fun. Yeah, just a twist to it kind of. I'm not so obsessed with matchy. I think if it was a striped yarn, maybe I would have wanted to, yeah, I would have wanted if it was a striped yarn to match it. So, but like in this variegated kind of type of yarn, it doesn't really bother me. I think it's just fun the way it turned out. Oh yeah, and the yarn, the blue one is Drops Fabel number 108, this blue color. And then the dotted one is a yarn by Hobby. It's called Dolce Sock Wool Dots. It's color number 2, which is light blue. Yeah, really happy with them. It's about like 38, 39, I think, this size that I have. So they look a little bit tight, like the blockers are a little too big on them, because those are not for me. I think that will be a gift. I think so, yeah. So yeah, really happy with those. That was socks, that was twist and turns. Okay, and next almost finished object is my blanket. Why? I mean, it's finished in regards of knitting. I am done knitting it. I've had like I've been a little bit tired, so my brain hasn't been really up for any intricate kind of knitting. I just needed some straightforward knitting stitches, so I put in quite a bit of a dent since last. So I knitted from there to there since I spoke to you last. So it's actually done. Let me just show you and not talk at the same time. Really hard to show when it's that big, but I mean, I haven't measured it. I've just washed it, not done any heavy blocking. I've had a few comments by people who have knitted it and told me that as long as I slightly block it and then sew in the threads going in the other direction, so you get those not square, well, yeah, square, let's call it squares because I can't think of the crisscross pattern kind of thingy. Then it should be fine, because I think I mentioned in the first episode that I was afraid those yarn threads would break and I might consider crocheting through there. I will see. I will try how it turns out. But I mean, I love it. I think it's so pretty. And it's so warm. I mean, here in Norway, it's not really cold, as in like we don't have this, well, not Norway, I can't say in general. In Oslo, we don't have snow. It's a gloomy, gray, rainy kind of weather outside, and it has been like that for a long time now. We did have like a centimeter or two of snow a little while back, but that melted away as quickly as it came. And it has been kind of this damp kind of coldness, which is like go through your bones kind of thing. So it's been really chilly, and I've been like wearing layers upon layers and wools and stuff. So when I was sitting and working on this, I was really nice and warm, because this is 100% wool. This is Finull by Rauma. And yeah, in total there are 11 colors in this blanket, including the background color, which is like a natural white. So yeah, actually I used up quite a lot from my stash, but I've added some into it as well, because I ran out of this bright yellow and I ran out of this kind of like a mustardy yellow. But really, it's such a beautiful yarn, and I'm sure I'm gonna use it in many projects to come, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, really, I guess by next time I would have added the stripes going the other way around, and you will be able to see the finished project. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because I mean, I love this project. It's so beautiful, I think. And I do enjoy like knitting garter, because that is so mindless and lovely, and I don't really have any mindless knitting right now on my needles. So yeah, I need some more. I'm actually even thinking about making another blanket, but hello, maybe take a break from it now. Oh, I moved my camera. Anyway, enough about this blanket. That's the finish. Oh yeah, I have another work in progress. Works in progress. I started a shawl. Oh, I did mention it. Oh, sorry about that. I think I did mention it last episode. It's what's happened there? Sorry. It's the shawl called Dugg Frisk. Oh, just give me a second. I have managed to make a knot in the yarn. There. This Pattern is by Lene Tøsti. Let me see how I can show it to you. To make it justice. And yeah, oh, like that. Making something else out of it. I think it's so pretty. Like, checking that I'm showing you the right side of it. It's, oh, the light is really, I mean, like, I'm using my whatever, like, studio light, I guess I can call it, but it doesn't really do the justice I feel that this shawl deserves. I think the colors are disappearing a little bit, which is kind of sad because it's so beautiful. Oh, maybe there. It's so pretty. I mean, like, come on, it's so pretty. And I'm knitting it out of these two beauties there. This one, the silk mohair, is from Garnbutikken Fortuna, and it is called Rose Quartz. And I've had this in my stash for a little while. I did not have a designated plan for it when I bought it. I just love the colors. It's a little bit warmer in real life than I'm managing to capture on the screen right now. But it's so pretty. It has those little, like, darker spots, like they go almost into brownish color, kind of like, yeah, kind of a brownish color. And I've matched it with this pale pink, which is Bryggeblomer by Ull Design. Do you think I mentioned this last time? This is 100% superwash merino, and this is the other one is fine kid mohair, 72% fine kid mohair and 28% silk. And I think they're just so pretty together. I mean, like, yeah, actually, like, holding it just like this cake here, it blows out a little bit more than actually it does here, which is kind of interesting to see. You see the more correct coloring here, but I think it's so beautiful. I've seen this golden version, like both hers and another one. It's just so beautiful. It's almost like I need to make a golden version as well once I'm done with this one, but let me just get done with this one first, I guess. This is not a totally mindless knit. I do need to pay attention to it because I find it can be easy to, well, it hasn't really happened, but I have to pay attention that I'm like picking up the right strand and stuff, because sometimes they do get close to each other and not so easy to differentiate. Well, see like what I am picking up, but it's such a well-written pattern. It took me a while to get into it because my brain was not computing, but once I got it, I was like, oh my god, that is not difficult at all. Because I was kind of feeling a bit frustrated, and I guess I could say not trusting the process or not trusting the pattern, which is kind of silly. It's really nice, really well written. So yeah, so that was that, and that was that. Of plans, I have like immediate plans. What I need to do is I still have one, sorry, why did I do that? I have still one Christmas gift I need to knit, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna make this sweater called J Sweater. It's a free pattern by Rachel Brockman. Sorry if I butchered that name, Brockman. It is a free pattern, and it has a little bit of color work. Yeah, I will post a picture so you can see. And I'm thinking about making it out of this lanolin wool by Dale Garn, and making it out of these two. It's this Yeah, that's about right. It's like this dark kind of royal blue color with this white, like bleached white. It is pure new wool. It is a DK weight, and is there anything else to say about this? No, I don't think so. Well, no, I mean, the white color is 1438 and the blue is 1437. So close to the number and so far in the coloring. But that is like the last Christmas present that I'm planning to make. Like knitted gift. So yeah, this is my plan that has to kind of get some attention next, so that I'm not going to be sitting and knitting on the gift on Christmas Eve as I did last year, because I prioritized badly kind of, and also something happened in my mind. I think I just didn't want to pick it up at one point. The project I was working on, that was actually a sweater to my man. I can show it in another podcast another time. So that one I was actually doing some finishing touches on while I was waiting for the food to prepare in the oven, but I made it. I made it in time. I got it packed in. I got it packed in and everything, and it was under the tree and everything in time. But I'm gonna try to avoid this, and also this person who I have this in mind for is not gonna be with me on the Christmas Eve, so I need to be done with this in good time. So yeah, that is my imminent plan of knitting. I also, actually no, that one I'm gonna leave for another time. I feel I have still quite a lot to share and I've already used up a lot of time. I am actually thinking about hosting a knit along. So with my love for stranded color work, I love stranded color work, and kind of partially because there's been a few comments by people saying that they are kind of slightly intimidated by color work. So I want to invite you to come along for a knit along with me, and I am thinking about starting small. I'm going to suggest a pattern, but what I want to do is, because I want to just get you to come along with me on this journey, I'm not going to say that you have to knit that particular pattern, because it might not even be to your liking. But yeah, the pattern I have in mind, it has a Norwegian name, but it is written in both Norwegian and English. It's called Julekos 2016, eller Julekos 2016, Christmas Middens 2016, and the pattern is by Tori Seierstad, which is the same designer who's behind this blanket. And I think those mittens are so cute. They have such beautiful details to it, and it is only with 2 colors if you choose to do so. I see in the pattern on the pictures that there is added a 3rd color in it, but that's really up to you. Whatever like pleases you aesthetically is what you should do. But yeah, my idea is that as soon as this video goes up, the knit along is on, and I will actually let it run until say 15th of January, because I know a lot of you are making Christmas presents and there is enough stress as it is. I don't want this to be a stressful project by any means, and even though yes, it's meant to be a small project, still I want you to have a good time to make what you want to make. but I also want to add another element to it. Like if you find that mittens are intimidating, that like the whole prospect of making a thumb and everything, you can make a cowl. Just make it a 2-stranded color work. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So yeah, I would love to make Julekos 2016, the Christmas bit in 2016. It is a paid for pattern, but I think it's rather reasonably priced. It's 44 Norwegian kroner, which is, I guess, around 4 or 5 euros or so. I don't know what it's in dollars, I'm sorry. But if you don't have the money to buy a new pattern, if you have a lot of books on your shelves, or maybe your Ravelry library is full of beautiful mitten patterns, then please do use those. I'm not gonna be a Grinch and say that's not that you can't use that. So yeah, come along with me from the moment this video goes up, and then up until at least the 15th. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say the 15th of January. That's gonna give you a good time in between everything else that you have to maybe get done. I have I was okay, I guess I'm going over to, or like I'm kind of like going smoothly into my acquisitions, because I have bought a yarn kit, or like, yeah, I guess I can call it a yarn kit from knitting. It was a knitting market this time, I think it was called, not festival, but anyway, I went there. I'm gonna post some pictures from that all the way at the end of this video, but I'm thinking that this is gonna be my prize for the knit along. I will add some small bits and bobs to it, but this it's a beautiful dark red. Trying to see, I think it's a little bit more on the red side than it shows on the picture. But this yarn is by Lilla Rilla. It's Highland wool. It's 50 grams to 210 meters, so it's a fingering weight yarn, which is perfect for mittens, for example. Or, yeah. It's non-Norwegian wool. That's only, I guess, the pity with this whole thing. I would have loved giving away a Norwegian wool. But this is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. And I think it's just, I guess it would be fitting to have this one as the prize for a color work, knit along, like, yeah, I think it's beautiful. So this is gonna be the prize for whoever wins the knit along. And I didn't stop there with my yarn hoarding. I have bought so much yarn, it's almost embarrassing to admit it, but I guess it is what it is. Last time I was talking to you, sorry about the crinkling. I was talking to you about some beautiful yarn shops that were suggested to me, and me talking about how expensive it was with the shipping and stuff, and me not going through with it. Then one of the viewers, my viewers, oh my gosh, had a tip about that Stranded Dye Works in UK, England. They had a free shipping. It's like my mind is not computing. You get the point. They had free shipping for a period of time. And I went in there and I got these 3 skeins. They're very simple in the color, but I kind of like it because I have quite a lot of like really bright and crazy kind of colorways. So this is kind of nice to have a bit more, yeah, like a calmer kind of colorway. And Yeah, oh sorry, this is 75% superwash merino with 25% nylon. It's 100 grams to 425 meters. So yeah, merino nylon fingering. And let me see if I can see the colorway somewhere. Nope, you're just gonna have to look at my top of my head because I cannot see that even doing that. I'm saying a lot of weird things, I'm sorry. So yeah, and with this yarn I was like, okay, I'm gonna go all in and I'm gonna buy 3 skeins so I can make something, maybe like a garment out of it. And it was as expected. I had to pay customs, so like, and like, yeah, no way, it's not, yeah, no way, it's not that good to buy things here because you pay customs and everything. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of crinkling. I should have planned this better. I ordered some stitch markers that I saw on my Instagram feed, which I thought were adorable, and they were by Sofakroken. And she makes those most like adorable both stitch markers and progress keepers. And I bought a few extra, thinking that I would love to have them as giveaway, and she kindly gifted me a few extras, and I'm dropping them. How convenient. It's like I bought quite a few because I thought I'll have some for giveaways, but she also gifted me some extra so I could give away. I will add some pictures so you'll see them properly. But thank you so much to Sofakroken for the gift. And here actually is one of the sets that I was thinking about adding to one of my giveaways at one point. Is those lovely stitch markers. You can't really see the colors now because, yeah, my finger is behind, but I think they're just so beautiful. But I will be adding pictures. I think that's the easiest. But wait, that's not it. I also ordered from a Norwegian dyer who calls himself Julekos. And let me see. I bought this beautiful kind of like oh, that's actually, well, not 100% correct, but in Norwegian it's called lyng, which I have not thought about checking out what it is in English. I'm gonna write it down here if I figure it out. So this is sock yarn, which is 75% wool and 25 nylon, and I think it's so beautiful. This is one of my favorite colors. I think it's so beautiful. It's like this sort of like pink, but it has a little bit of that, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's just so beautiful. It's actually almost true to color on the screen, almost. But I also ordered this color called purple, and I just love it. This one is 100 grams to 400 meters. It's 100% merino soft twist to ply, and I think it's so beautiful. Just imagine putting that into like a color work of sorts and like make it really pop with a contrast color of sorts. I mean, like, look at this. Oh my god, it's white. Like, oh my god, make it pop. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna have to make something color work with this one, like where this is gonna be the pattern. It's so beautiful, like so beautiful. And he was very kind actually and sent a few extra little bits and bobs. He added some cable needles. These are probably also will put out to be a gift in a giveaway at one point, because I have actually quite a few sets of those. So I will give them to somebody else, so somebody else who doesn't maybe have them would get use out of them. And he also added a bag of stitch markers that are this really light wood and have all these different kind of snowflakes on them, and they're really lovely and light and like airy, which is nice when you're working with like thinner yarns. Like if you have lace weight kind of type of projects, you don't want them to be weighing down your project. Yeah, I will try to take pictures of everything and add them there. So yeah, those as well are really, really pretty. That kind of blew out the whole thing. That's more correct, like by itself. This one is pretty much correct, spot on. It's actually so much more beautiful in life than I thought it would be. So I'm super, 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 super pleased with this one. Like super pleased. Really beautiful colorway. And yeah, I am a yarn hoarder. There is more yarn that I have ordered, and there's more yarn coming my way, but that I'll leave for another day. There is this yarn shop called Fosenfarger here in Norway. That is unfortunately decided to not continue with their web shop. So she had a sale with yeah, like she had reduced prices on her yarns, and I think it was specifically or mostly on her sock yarns, but I ended buying some mohair kid silk, which is 75% kid silk mohair and 25% silk. It's 50 grams to 420 meters. I do have a plan for this one to be continued, so to say. I will show the plans when they happen. And then I have this sock yarn, which is the base is Regia sock yarn. So it's 80% wool, 20% nylon. It's, I don't have the name here actually on this one. It was called something with the berries, I think. And I bought 3 of them. Again, I have gone for a very simple plain yarn. I just kind of needed that to balance out, sorry, balance out all the craziness that I have in my kind of, like, I have a lot of colors, so I need something that's more plain for a change. Actually, the color, or like the yarn from Stranded Dyeworks, I do have a plan for, but I will show that when the time comes. And then, last but not the least, I received a gift which was so unexpected, but I'm so thankful because, oh my god, wait till you see it. And I'm not going to be the only one to enjoy it, because there is something for you as well. I received this package the other day, so unexpected and so surprising, by Gunnis Englestrikk. And she made this beautiful card. It's so pretty. I mean, like, you can see, well, you can't see. Oh yeah, you do. It's like decoupage. You have all these different layers of items that she has glued on. I think it's her. She's a very crafty woman, so I'm thinking it's her that made it. Gunniren, if it wasn't, I'm sorry. But it's beautiful anyway. It's so beautiful. And in that box, she has gifted me a project bag. This one I almost bought a while back. It's so pretty. I mean, it's so well made. But then I was like, oh gosh, Elo, you have so much. You know, you have to get a grip of yourself and stop shopping. But like, I mean, I'm not a shopaholic, but I'm a yarnaholic, and anything has to do with crafting, yeah, I'm a weak soul. But this is so pretty, and she has this beautiful tag there, handmade with love, and it's really well made. And I love that her bags are like they have light lining, because I find that it makes it easier to find whatever I'm looking for. And yeah, she does all these beautiful details, like endings. So nice. Yeah, and her Gunnis Englestrikk. It's so beautiful. It's like, it says a medium size, so I guess I would easily fit my shawl in there, socks, maybe a smaller project. It's perfect. I love it. I really do love it. And then she also gifted me a skein of yarn, which is actually colored by her. And it is Finull by Rauma, which I love. And I just love the color. It's very me, like those kind of, you have those pinkish. It's actually kind of like this. It's not, well, actually, it's not too far from true color. So actually, I'm not going to describe it too much. It's just, I'll just let you see it. I mean, just think about making like putting it into color work, either like a hat or mittens or cowl or like something or, you know, yoke of sorts, or like, it's so pretty. Very much my colors. I do like my reds and pinks and yeah, you know. But this is where you part comes in. She did say I could keep it if I wanted, but I just feel like I cannot be. I mean, I would love to, but I feel like if it's given as a gift meant to be, then it's gonna be a gift. It's beautiful. Am I gonna regret saying that this is gonna be giveaway? Yeah, probably I'm gonna be. but I mean, I want to share her handicraft. It's so beautiful. I mean, look at the details. She's putting all these lovely balloons there. This corduroy. Oh, it's so lovely. I love it. And this fabric here as well. It's just so nice. And look at this. It's so pretty. I love her sense of putting together fabrics. I think it's so fun. And look at the colors. I don't know. So nice. And again, light lining, which I do like. I think it's very practical. This is also size medium. So perfect. It has like a nice bottom. That's like, yeah. So it stands up. And it has the hang, which is dark, beautiful green color. So one of you is gonna be the lucky owner of this one in the future. I do have, oh, maybe that's where I'll put it. Okay, I have another knit along that I have thought of, and that is, I know there's probably many others who have that, but I want to have a UFO knit along. And maybe not, well, say like, well, no, I'm not going to put any concrete ideas into it, but I want to start a UFO knit along, but not now. I'm going to start it 2023. I'm thinking like when the new year starts and we're like maybe all overwhelmed by all the Christmas knittings we have done and have a lot of projects maybe that haven't received that much love because of that. Then I want to inspire you to pick up your UFOs. And I'm thinking that I will open the threads in my Ravelry group for them. And I'm just thinking out loud now. I haven't decided anything, but I'm thinking that just to give like an extra motivation kind of, that I will maybe draw a prize, like 4 prizes during the year, like for a quarter, like when we get to end of March, and I'll pull one, and then at the end of June I'll take one, and you know, so I'll keep the motion, because I'm thinking I'll keep it going through 2023 so we get everything away. So yeah, one of your lucky people are gonna be receiving this. I will also be sharing some of those stitch markers and progress progress keepers and stitch markers. Oh my god, maybe this is a hint to start wrapping up, girl. But yeah, I will be planning some gifts yeah, some knit alongs. I'm hoping that you want to come along with me on those knit alongs. So yeah, that is my whole Oh, I did it again. I cannot stretch my feet because I'm kicking you and the camera. Those are all of my acquisitions, which is a whole lot. I know. I'm just telling myself I was good, that I didn't kind of fall into the rabbit hole of Black Friday and splurge even more. So yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I mean, I guess this is it for the knitting content. I'm trying to see if I've forgotten anything, but I don't think I have, and I've been jabbering for over an hour already. So if you're still hanging along, thank you for staying here for as long as you did. Yeah. As life goes, I have been doing both good and less good, I guess. I'm trying to keep myself positive in my mindset, trying to do things that I love. There's been a lot happening lately, so I haven't had the capacity that I wanted to, so that I would have been able to podcast earlier, which I had planned doing last week. But I was just too shattered, didn't have the brains, didn't have the energy to do so. But I am trying to be positive and keep a positive outlook on things. So yeah, life is good, I guess. I choose to think it's good. I do get frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. I do get frustrated, like, you know, when my body doesn't respond to me, doesn't allow me to do the things I want to do, or when I feel like my brain just stops functioning. The words, they kind of disappear, and I have to kind of rearrange the sentence that I'm saying just because I cannot say the words in the way I want to say them. But I'm choosing to think that things will get better, and I will get I choose to think that I'm gonna be energetic again as I used to be, and I'm gonna be able to participate in a life the way I enjoy doing. I love moving. I love doing things. I used to love to dance and do things like that because it's just like the movement. I'm not a great dancer or anything. It's just like I love movement. I love being out and about and being silly. And yeah, I was actually a while back. Okay, context. A while back, I realized that my hard drive, where I had kept all of my pictures, was starting to kind of protest and give me error messages. So I was trying to upload all the pictures into my Google Cloud or Google Drive, and I could do so with a lot of the pictures, I guess most of the pictures, but then it just was corrupt and would not work anymore. So I sent that to my brother because he's an IT guru and knows a lot, and he's like, okay, this maybe is fixable. I will hear with somebody who's even more into those kind of type of fixings. And so he did, and luckily I did get the disc back, and the pictures, it was over 9,000 pictures. 9,000 pictures, that's many years, and a lot of pictures. Anywho, I was going through some videos from way back when, and it was fun to see how funky and joyful and playful I used to be. And I'm kind of like aiming to go back, or like finding back to that girl. I mean, I know she's there. I do have, of course, part of her within me, but because of like the whole fatigue situation, I don't see it in myself as much. So I find it was a great reminder that, that it is a part of me, and I do feel it's not lost. I just need to reclaim it. And I do that by taking care of myself, I guess. Yeah, I'm blabbering, I know. I guess that's me, that's my life for time being. Tonight, actually, I'm gonna pull myself together, get all pretty dressed up, and I'm gonna go and celebrate my friend and her birthday, Romitris, who is a very dear friend of mine. And in many ways, I think she's been my savior at times, with her calmness and with her insights and clarities, and just being this stoic, strong woman that she is. I mean, she's wonderful, and I'm so glad I'm able to celebrate her. And it's with a group of friends that are so beautiful, so loving, and so sweet, whom I appreciate a lot. And I guess they see a side of me that a lot of people do not get to see, because, okay, I'm a bit like, do I want to say it? So I am a person who believes that there is more to what we can see with our eyes. I believe that we can communicate with those who are not among us anymore. And I'm sorry if this offends you. It's just what I believe, because of the experiences that I've had in my life. And these women, or her and these women that I'm gonna be meeting, they are kind of from that community, or that kind of, sisterhood that I have, that has been so wonderful for me, to keep me uplifted and supported in times where I just couldn't see maybe a way out, because the way society is built up and how we are supposed to be existing in that. And this is partially why I've ended up, I think, in this situation of being fatigued, is that I have not been really taking care of myself. I've always put all my energy and efforts towards helping everybody else in my life before I did it for myself. So yeah, I'm a little bit of weirdo in different ways, and this is one of those ways. I'm, well, not weird, it's just a quirk of mine, or this is something I believe in, and I find is of comfort in times in my life. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna force that on anyone that doesn't want to believe in that, and it's never gonna happen. It's just, this is me, and this is for me. And if you're one of those people who believes that is fun, I would love to talk about those things. And if not, I'm sure we'll be able to talk about something else, like crafting, or whatever else there is that brings us joy in this life, But yeah, I do feel like I'm enjoying my life. This channel has been a huge outlet for my creativity, and it gives me a lot of joy. So I know I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. So thank you for spending time with me and staying here with me and commenting and reaching out and being so beautiful, and gifting me a present. Gunni Rene, tusen takk. Det trengte du ikke, men tusen hjertelig takk. I do not expect presents. I do not. This is not what I'm doing it for. I'm grateful for having received those gifts, and also sofakroken, the same goes to you. Thank you so much for those extra little pieces that you put in there so that I can give them to somebody who loves crafting and creating. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I think I've gone on a long enough. I'm hoping that in the future, like, you know, when my energies go up, I will be sharing with you a lot more things. Like, I would love to show you Norway and places that I go and things that I experience and see and whatever. But I think that's also because of the weather it has been the way it has been. I might include some old footage because I have so much footage from we've been traveling up to, I was gonna say north, it's not north, it's like mid-Norway, to the cabin. I will put in some footage of both of the knitting market, and I will put in some footage from some of my trips that I've been to before, just to share some of my trips, some of my experiences, and some of the reasons why I love this country so much, and one of the reasons why I've maybe stayed here for as long as I have, because this was never a dream of mine when I was a child or a plan of mine. I always thought I was gonna stay in Estonia, live there till I died, but that wasn't the way it was meant to turn out. So I will add some footage there. Hopefully it'll give you some joy if you're still here with me. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging on for that long of a time. Oh my god, I'm looking at the time and I've been babbling for a long time. Thank you for staying here. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I do hope that you want to come back again another time and I'll get to spend some more time with you. So yeah, knit along, come knit with me, come chat in Ravelry. I will try to create also a hashtag on Instagram, but yeah, come interact, come chit chat. Yeah, happy knitting. Bye. Okay. Josefin.